Hi, this is Charlie from Gander Media. I just wanted to give you a real quick run through of the myvisit.site system that we have created. We basically built a really simple but secure system for bars, venues, restaurants, anywhere that the government's going to require you to keep this customer visit logging data info. It's secure. It's easy to use for your clients, which means that they're actually likely to do it. It doesn't really involve any input from your staff at all whilst you're open. Just set it up and forget it. And to reassure your customers, actually nobody gets access to their data. Even on our end, there's no interface to the database beyond a report that we can generate for the NHS if they request it. There's no Google Analytics or cookies to track the customers. It's a massive trust thing, and it's always in the news that so and so companies tracking, or your big data is being farmed. So this is a really untracked, safe way to show your customers that you're not tracking them. There's no data being gleaned off them. It's purely for their protection and to conform with the government requirements. So as part of the package, what we will provide to you, if you want them, is posters and flyers. It was specifically business card ones, what we've designed so far, but we can work with you for any design. This is an example of the poster that we're doing for Gung Ho Bar. Nice big logo on there to keep it branded. And then we've got their unique QR code and a short URL in case your customer doesn't know how to scan QR codes or doesn't have that facility on their phone, although it is on Android and iOS devices now. Mega easy for them to use. Put this in your windows, stick it outside, whatever you want to do. That then takes them to this branded version of the myvisit.site. This is actually on our test server, which is why it's got the .test domain, and obviously we want to show you without it being live. Also worth pointing out that it's responsive, so if I show you, it'll look great on a phone as well. You'll notice at the moment at the top it says not secure. Again, it's because it's on our test server, but actually the actual version that your customers will access fully secure with SSL certificates and firewalls and all sorts of security in the back end. So looking at this, you've got your logo that'll be customized to you. We've got a background color up here. It's called the logo background color, which you can specify. We've got the page background color that you can specify. This text at the top here, we've put in kind of a generic text, but if you want to change that, that's fine. It's got the fields that we require: first name, last name, email address, and phone number. These will also autofill for your customer if they've got that feature turned on their phone. We've got an option for a mailing list opt-in. Now, you don't have to use this feature. If you want to turn it on, then this box will appear to your customers. If not, then it just won't be there. What we do insist on is that we have your privacy policy linked directly from this page, and we can't enable this mailing list feature unless you do. Also pointing out that the mailing list data is kept completely separately from the visit data, so your customers can be assured if they don't tick that box, then none of their data is kept more than 21 days. If they do tick that box, at the same time as their visit is logged, their data is also logged to a separate secure mailing list database, which then we will periodically provide to you. So I'm just going to put in my details. Actually, I'm going to put in Joe Blogs to give you an example. All of these boxes need to be filled in. The email address, it needs to be a real one. We will check the domain associated with it at the same time as we do the other verification checks. So you can't get people putting in spoof or fake email addresses. and then the phone number, again, it'll check that it is a UK phone number in the right format. You can have your +44s and your brackets in there. It knows how to cope with all of these. Super easy for them to do. And then log my visit. And that is it. That's done. And what it's doing now is it's logged. It's got this visit logged page, a thank you page as we call it. Worth noting again, your logo can be changed, your colors can be changed. Where it says visit logged, we can change that message to suit you depending on what you want your customer to see. Again, this text underneath, thank you, visit has been logged, we can change that. So you might want it to say something like, thank you for logging your visit, please show this screen to the door staff or the bar staff so that we can serve you. It depends on what sort of usage and restrictions you want to put in place. Underneath here, you also notice it's got a timestamp of when it was logged and a unique code. This is just there in case for any reason people thought they might screen grab it or copy the screen, silly things. It's just a secondary check for whoever's looking at it. You'll also notice that we've got links here to Facebook, Instagram, the website for your venue, and a menu link. If you want them there, you just need to tell us what they are. If you don't have one or any of them, we just leave them out and the icon just isn't there. And that's all there really is to the system. It'll keep the data for 21 days automatically after 21 days, and it does this hourly. It'll go through all the visits and delete any visits that are older than 21 days old. We keep secure backups of the entire system for 7 days. They're encrypted and are only accessible in the case of us needing to get a hold of them or need to restore a backup just for full site security, and they get deleted after 7 days. So nice secure system, and really once it's set up, the only time you're going to need to contact us or have any interaction with it is either if you want to change some of the text, which we can do, or if you get an NHS track and trace request, in which case you just forward it to us and we can send them the report. If you want the newsletter functionality, then periodically we will send you a file with the data in a secure manner. If you've got any questions, feel free to give us a call on 01273 719 005 or email us info@gandermediasolutions.com. Thank you very much.